So Gemini, I'm going to be doing your July 2021 tarot reading. Now Gemini, a lot of your energies for July is going to be in your second house, which is about money. So, the themes and elements are to do with like money, your self-worth, your income, how you can earn enough money. This is also to do with like your talents as well. So I feel like for the first week, you know, you, the energies that I'm feeling is that, because we have like the first card as well, which is the Seven of Pentacles. And it's showing, as you can see, you're showing someone that is, they are working really hard for their money. They value their talents, they value their resources, but they're going to put the hours in. And I feel a lot of you will be, we'll be doing this, especially in the first week of July. It's not a case of that you're really, not ready to go. You are just going to go because it's that time. And, we are in the eclipse. The eclipse is in your sign. We've come out of eclipse season, but still, you will definitely feel the energy. So it does feel like the energy is going to be of a go, go, go situation. And, there are a lot of talents that you're going to, there's a lot of skills and talents that you're going to be utilizing, I feel, the first week of July. And, even like your energy is of, it's not about earning money not necessarily to show off to people, but to, to sustain like an income, also to sustain something that you want for your future. And you have, you know that you've got the skills and you know that you've got the tools to pursue whatever you need. So, you know that you have to put the work in, but you also could be doing or thinking about many different things at once as well. So even like, the first week of July, it is, the whole of July is about your, your income and your money, but also it is about working with what you have got and not, leaving things that can make you quite bored. Okay, because the next card that you have, the next affirmation card, spiritual card, is be willing to forgive. So this is about forgiving yourself, because you've learned a lot from last year till this year. And July is about like, it can actually feel like a completion of a member or a lot of things. But this is about forgiving people as well, but forgiving yourself, forgiving things that haven't really worked out in your corner, haven't worked out in your way. And also, physically you could be moving on. That's why you're probably working very hard. But there's might be things that in your mind that you keep going over, and how far you could have, how better you could have done this, if you could have done it better. Now's not really that time. It's just about moving forward. You have, this month is not, Cancer's more of the star of the show, but still, you are going to feel some of the elements, especially because Mars is in your 11th house. So, with Mars being in your 11th house, that is giving you that drive to be around people that could actually help you. And also even like your skills and your talents will definitely probably change. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like the first week you are going to be moving really fast. Towards like the second week, opportunities are everywhere for you. But, I feel that there may be a lot of people coming towards you. And that may be because of Mars being in your 11th house. There may be like a rush of, people, opportunities, places. People want you to join things, organizations. And you could be like, because even like we have the Five of Cups. And, it's a figure of someone who is looking down on these cups, and you got two cups beside at the back. So this represents, looking back at the past, but there's also opportunities that are there. So, I feel like the second week for you is, opportunities are going to be coming, and, there is an element of you looking back on things, but this is looking back on opportunities that were presented to you and you didn't feel that you actually wanted them, but you knew that you believed that they will actually come back, and they probably didn't. So, so for show, you could be, oh, I don't really mind, this doesn't really matter. But behind the scenes, like when you're probably alone in your own thoughts, you're thinking about, this is what could have happened in my life. And, and also this card, I do feel it is to do with like people that have left your life as well, because the second house is not just money. It is also, it's like it's an earth house, so you can look back a lot. It's a Taurus house, so there is some looking back. So the second week, I feel that this energy is going to be quite prevalent to you. And you have the solar plexus chakra card, and this is the solar plexus is like above your belly, and it's saying it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in a positive way. So moving forward in a positive way, not blaming people, not thinking back about the past. It's about moving forward. So physically you're moving forward, but emotionally it's just very, emotionally and mentally it's looking back. And there may be different things that are actually coming up for you. You could actually be manifesting it, because you're a great manifester. So the second week is for you to, looking on opportunities, people, places and things. It could also be an ex-lover that has left your life, but you've actually learned a lot from it as well. There's nothing to really regret. The third week, we have, I feel like, we're coming like to the third week of July. There is an element now of you really coming into your own, or in your own, in finding something new, finding something different that you want in your life, and, you could even, because we're coming towards like Leo season, yeah, and Leo's your 11th house. So, sorry, Leo's your third house. Jesus Christ, I don't know why I was thinking that. Apologies. Leo is your third house. And with Leo being in your third house, it is like lots of communication. But you could be, I do feel, especially if like the gates are opened, you could be meeting up with friends now. And lots of daily communication with friends. And this also is, because you're ruled by the third house anyway, so you are going to definitely be in your element. There feels like a bit of a buzz going on, and you got the 5 of Wands, and this, the third week coming into the Leo season will feel very, very quick. It will be like a more of a speedy time. We also have Venus in your 11th, in your third house as well. Why I keep saying 11th, I don't know. So you got Venus in your 11th house. So there is, I feel that there's people around you that are like not only fighting to be heard, but they actually want to be heard by you, because it's like you're like some type of, it's like you're a leader or something, like a leader of a group, a leader of like not a gang, but you're just like a leader of a group or an organization. It's like every time that you're around, people just want to talk to you, they want to communicate with you. And and also it could be because we have been in lockdown and we're not seeing as much of each other physically. So if you're lucky to see like your friends physically, there could be a lot of conversations going on, and the conversations could be really, really fast. I do, some of the energies also is like the conversations, it's just lots of talking, but also there's like no conclusion. So, but it is more to do with excitement, so there's people around you that are like really vying for your attention, and you're listening to everyone, but still you're not, the conversation, it's just lots of community talking, but there's no like conclusion to the conversation. It is a lot of excitement going on, but also the conversation is also about, working with each other, working together, but it's just a lot of like excitement. And it could also feel quite fiery and frenzy and crazy as well. So, the card message you also have is like cut your cords, which is really strange. So it says, it's time to cut away old attachments to fears that you have from past relationships. And also, so you don't have like detrimental patterns. So, the third week is about cutting cords, but it's also cutting cords on, old beliefs and your old ways of thinking as well, I feel, because I feel that when you, if you do, or when you do meet your friends, like during the third week, everyone's going to be very different and no one's going to be the same. So if people that are around you and they're feeling that you are going to be the same how you used to be, they're going to be in for like a shock, because you are not that. You have worked on yourself a lot and it's now coming to like an end of a conclusion. So they're going to be seeing a different side to you. And if some people don't like that, Gemini, it is, you may have to cut your cords from them. Okay. The last week is, we are definitely now in like Leo season, but still it's like more or less, it may feel like we have Cancer energy. So, we also mustn't forget we have like the new moon in Cancer, which is in your second house. And we also have, coming up to like the last week, we have the full moon we have the full moon, which is going to be in Aquarius. Okay, and the full moon in Aquarius is in your ninth house. So, which these, there's like a new beginning when it comes to like your earnings and your money, but also with like your learning and your teaching, your higher learning as well. The last week for you, there is a lot that I feel that a lot of you Capricorns are going to be Capricorns. A lot of you Geminis that I feel is, it doesn't, I feel like in July that you are, there's like a sense of relief coming towards the end of July, because in the beginning you are working really hard. You're trying to meet some type of goal that you've envisioned, but also you've actually enjoyed it. You haven't feel like, oh my God, this is annoying. You've actually enjoyed it, and it's good that, you are meeting up with people and you're meeting up with friends or making new friends. But, the last week, you have, even the last week you have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords. And this is about you meeting, it's reversed actually, as you can see. And this is about, this is to do with like tricky situations. So if you find that, I feel that the tricky situation, if there is a tricky situation, but it's more to do with you, you're always going to go your own way, Gemini. You're not going to be afraid to. So continue to go your own way. And anything that does stand in your way, whether it's people, relationships, or even yourself that stands in your own way, you can actually get out of it. But you have to be very mindful of not to be trying to be too clever, because it can actually fall back on you. So when this card does say about like tricky situations and being careful, I feel that you have to be more careful about yourself and actually what you say and what you how you're coming across, because people could feel like you're not showing anyone like good intentions. Okay, so it's just about being mindful. So I think the last week, we're coming into more Leo season. So, you're going to be more on, you may even be quite mouthy during this time as well. So, you got workshops and seminars, and, it's attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So even though, You know, you got the reverse Seven of Swords, workshops and seminars. So, you know, when it says like communication, you could actually be giving speeches now. The speeches, it could be to do with your, you know, groups and organizations or your friends. But again, if you are going to be doing any type of teaching, you have to be very mindful, because what we say, people will actually believe. So if you're like a guru, or, you know, a teacher, or if you've learned something and you're going to be ready to show it to the world, it's just about being mindful. The third week, the last week, does feel more like sort of, have to be careful what you say, you know, and it could be to anyone. It doesn't have to be like teaching in seminars. It could be to anyone, and we don't want nothing to fall back on us as well. And also, I feel the third week just being, you know, being careful who you're around with as well. You know, what you're watching and what you're listening. And yeah, definitely be careful who you're surrounding with, because they could be telling you things as well. So it does end quite cautious on the last week, you know, but, you know, again, you're going to be learning from it. So Gemini, that was your July 2021 reading. I hope you enjoyed the tarot reading. You know, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and check out my, you know, Instagram and my podcasts. And also don't forget to check out Empath Butterflies, who does readings, love and general. And also don't forget to check out Natter for Days, who interviews people while they are navigating their way during the pandemic. So Gemini, have a lovely July, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.